In the pursuit of happiness and success, compassion stands as a pivotal force, fostering an environment where positive traits and experiences can flourish. By examining the intricate dynamics of various triads, such as trust, joy, and achievement, or altruism, contentment, and accomplishment, we uncover the profound ways in which compassion intertwines with and enhances our lives. Compassion acts as a catalyst, initiating cycles of positivity and reinforcing beneficial behaviors and emotions. Through these interrelated elements, we see how compassion not only mitigates negative states like fear, sorrow, and failure, but also actively promotes a harmonious and thriving existence. Today, we explore 22 unique ways compassion contributes to happiness and success, offering a comprehensive understanding of its essential role in human well-being. Coexistence, triad, trust, joy, achievement. In this triad, trust, joy, and achievement are mutually reinforcing. When trust is present, it creates a foundation for joy, as people feel secure and supported. This joy then translates into a sense of achievement because people who are joyful are more motivated and capable of achieving their goals. Achievement, in turn, reinforces trust because successful outcomes build confidence in one's abilities and in others. The presence of any one of these elements suggests the presence of the others, creating a harmonious and supportive environment. Build trust in relationships by being reliable and open, which naturally leads to joy and a greater sense of achievement. Start small by keeping promises and being consistent. Equilibrium triad, fear, sorrow, failure. The absence of fear, sorrow, and failure creates a balanced state. When fear is not present, sorrow is also unlikely to arise because fear often drives sorrow. Without sorrow, the likelihood of experiencing failure diminishes, as sorrow can undermine effort and resilience. Thus, a state free of fear tends to be free of sorrow, and a state free of sorrow tends to be free of failure, maintaining a balanced equilibrium where the absence of one negative element supports the absence of others. Practice mindfulness to manage fear and sorrow. Recognizing and addressing these emotions early can prevent them from leading to failure. Reinforcement triad, altruism, contentment, accomplishment. Altruism, or selfless concern for others, leads to contentment, as helping others often brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace. Contentment, in turn, facilitates accomplishment, as a content person is more focused and productive. Achieving one's goals and helping others reinforces altruism, creating a cycle where each element strengthens the next. This positive feedback loop ensures that altruism, contentment, and accomplishment continually support and reinforce one another. Engage in regular acts of kindness and community service. The contentment from helping others will drive your motivation to accomplish more. Feedback. Triad. Selfishness, discontent, underachievement. The absence of selfishness leads to a reduction in discontent because self-centered behaviors often cause friction and dissatisfaction. Without discontent, people are less likely to experience underachievement as they are more motivated and cooperative. Conversely, the presence of selfishness fosters discontent, which in turn leads to underachievement. This negative feedback loop means that removing one negative trait can help eliminate the others, creating a more positive environment. Reflect on your actions and their impact on others. Reducing selfish behaviors can decrease discontent and enhance your productivity and achievement. Causal triad. Empathy, satisfaction, progress. Empathy causes satisfaction because understanding and sharing others' feelings create meaningful connections and fulfillment. This satisfaction then leads to progress, as satisfied individuals are more likely to strive towards and achieve their goals. Conversely, a lack of empathy implies a lack of satisfaction and consequently a lack of progress. Therefore, empathy initiates a chain reaction that culminates in progress, showing a clear causal relationship where each element is a precursor to the next. Develop your empathy skills by actively listening and engaging with others' experiences. This fosters satisfaction and drives progress in your personal and professional life. Reversion triad. Apathy, frustration, stagnation. A lack of frustration can reduce apathy because frustration often leads to disengagement. Similarly, avoiding stagnation can alleviate frustration, as progress and movement prevent feelings of being stuck. However, if stagnation occurs, it fosters apathy because prolonged inactivity leads to a lack of interest and motivation. Thus, reversing negative states requires addressing each element, understanding that overcoming one can help mitigate the others. Break the cycle of stagnation by setting small, achievable goals. This can reduce frustration and re-engage your interest and efforts. Non-linear triad. Kindness, delight, fulfillment. Kindness directly leads to fulfillment, as acts of kindness often bring deep personal satisfaction and meaning. Fulfillment then leads to delight because a fulfilled person experiences joy and pleasure. On the other hand, a lack of kindness means that fulfillment is unlikely to be achieved. This relationship highlights a non-linear progression where initial acts, like kindness, have far-reaching impacts, such as fulfillment and delight, beyond immediate expectations. Perform random acts of kindness regularly. These acts can lead to unexpected delight and a deep sense of fulfillment. Retrospective triad. Indifference, despair, lack of achievement. Avoiding a lack of achievement can prevent indifference because achieving goals fosters engagement and interest. Similarly, preventing despair can lead to the avoidance of lack of achievement, as hope and motivation drive success. Conversely, experiencing a lack of achievement leads to indifference because constant failure erodes motivation and care. This retrospective relationship shows that addressing root causes, like despair and lack of achievement, can prevent negative outcomes such as indifference. Combat indifference by finding and pursuing a passion project. This can reignite motivation and reduce feelings of despair. Inclusive, triad, benevolence, pleasure, success. Benevolence leads to pleasure because helping others and acting kindly brings joy and satisfaction. Pleasure then facilitates success, as happy individuals are more productive and motivated. Success, in turn, reinforces both benevolence and pleasure, creating a cycle where each element not only leads to the next, but also strengthens the others. This inclusive relationship shows how positive traits and experiences build on one another to create a thriving environment. Cultivate a habit of benevolence by being generous with your time and resources. The pleasure from helping others will naturally drive you toward success. Exclusive triad. Cruelty, misery, defeat. The absence of misery reduces cruelty because misery often drives people to act out in harmful ways. Without defeat, the likelihood of experiencing misery decreases, as success fosters positive emotions. The absence of both cruelty and misery leads to the absence of defeat, showing that eliminating negative traits and experiences can prevent overall failure. This exclusive relationship highlights how removing one negative aspect can help eliminate others, creating a healthier environment. Address any tendencies towards cruelty by practicing compassion meditation. Reducing cruel behaviors can alleviate misery and prevent defeat. Conjoined triad. Generosity, euphoria, achievement. Euphoria results in both generosity and achievement because a euphoric person is more likely to help others and accomplish their goals. Generosity and achievement each lead to euphoria, creating a reinforcing loop. When people feel euphoric, they are more inclined to be generous and achieve more, and these behaviors, in turn, sustain their euphoric state. This conjoined relationship demonstrates how positive emotions and actions are interlinked and mutually reinforcing. Share your success and resources with others. Generosity not only brings euphoria, but also sets the stage for further achievements. Bottlenecked triad: stinginess, disappointment, failure. A lack of generosity and achievement leads to a lack of euphoria, because stinginess and underachievement prevent the joy that comes from helping others and succeeding. Without euphoria, generosity and achievement are also hindered, as disappointment and failure foster negative emotions and behaviors. This bottlenecked relationship shows how the absence of positive traits and achievements can block the experience of euphoria, perpetuating a negative cycle. Combat stinginess by making a habit of giving, even in small ways. This can reduce disappointment and open paths to success. Harmonic triad: cooperation, bliss, excellence. Cooperation and bliss together lead to excellence because working harmoniously with others while feeling joyful drives high performance. Cooperation and excellence together lead to bliss, as achieving great results with others creates happiness. Bliss and excellence together foster cooperation, as joyful, high-achieving individuals are more likely to collaborate. This harmonic relationship highlights the synergistic effects where combined positive traits and states lead to optimal outcomes. Foster cooperation in team settings by being a proactive communicator. Working well with others enhances bliss and drives excellence. Dissonant, triad, conflict, sadness, mediocrity. The absence of excellence leads to both a lack of cooperation and a lack of bliss, as failure breeds discord and unhappiness. Similarly, the absence of bliss leads to a lack of cooperation and excellence because sadness undermines teamwork and performance. The absence of cooperation leads to a lack of bliss and excellence, as conflict prevents happiness and achievement. This dissonant relationship shows how the absence of positive traits fosters a cycle of negativity and underperformance. Resolve conflicts promptly and constructively. Reducing conflict can decrease sadness and improve overall performance. Convergent triad: kindness, contentment, achievement. Kindness leads to both contentment and achievement, because acts of kindness bring satisfaction and motivate success. Contentment leads to kindness and achievement, as satisfied individuals are more inclined to help others and achieve their goals. Achievement leads to contentment and kindness, as success fosters happiness and benevolence. This convergent relationship demonstrates how positive traits and experiences converge to reinforce each other. Make kindness a daily practice. The contentment it brings will fuel your drive for achievement. Divergent triad: hostility, dissatisfaction, failure. The absence of contentment and achievement leads to the absence of kindness, as dissatisfaction and failure breed hostility. The absence of kindness and achievement leads to the absence of contentment, as selfishness and underachievement prevent happiness. The absence of contentment and kindness leads to the absence of achievement, as unhappiness and hostility undermine success. This divergent relationship shows how the absence of positive traits and experiences diverge to foster negativity. Manage hostility through anger management techniques. Reducing hostility can prevent dissatisfaction and failure. Combination triad: generosity, joy, success. The combination of generosity and lack of joy results in success, as acts of generosity can lead to successful outcomes even without immediate joy. The combination of joy and lack of success results in generosity, as happy people are more inclined to be generous regardless of success. The combination of success and lack of generosity results in joy, as achieving goals can bring happiness even without generosity. This combination relationship highlights how different combinations of traits can lead to various positive outcomes. Find joy in the act of giving. This combination naturally leads to greater success and fulfillment. Division triad: selfishness, discontent, failure. The lack of generosity combined with joy results in a lack of success, as selfishness undermines sustainable success even if one is temporarily happy. The lack of joy combined with success results in a lack of generosity, as unhappy people are less likely to be generous despite achieving success. The lack of success combined with generosity results in a lack of joy, as failure breeds discontent even if one is generous. This division relationship shows how different combinations of negative traits can lead to various negative outcomes. Practice empathy to counteract selfishness. Reducing self-centered behaviors can alleviate discontent and prevent failure. Association triad: compassion, happiness, success. Happiness without compassion leads to success, as joy can drive achievement even without compassion. Happiness without success leads to compassion, as happy people are more likely to be compassionate regardless of their success. Compassion combined with success leads to happiness, as achieving goals while helping others brings joy. This association relationship demonstrates how the presence or absence of different traits can lead to various outcomes based on their associations. Integrate compassion into your daily interactions. This association fosters happiness and drives success. Disassociation triad: indifference, misery, defeat. The absence of happiness with compassion leads to a lack of success, as indifference undermines achievement even if one is compassionate. The absence of happiness with success leads to a lack of compassion, as miserable people are less likely to be compassionate despite their success. The absence of happiness leads to the absence of both compassion and success, as misery fosters indifference and failure. This disassociation relationship highlights how the absence of positive traits leads to various negative outcomes based on their disassociations. Address indifference by volunteering for causes you care about. This can reduce misery and prevent defeat. Integration triad: empathy, joy, achievement. Empathy leads to joy unless achievement is absent, as understanding others brings happiness unless one feels unsuccessful. Achievement leads to joy unless empathy is absent, as achieving goals brings happiness unless one lacks empathy. Both empathy and achievement together lead to joy, as understanding others and achieving goals together foster deep happiness. This integration relationship shows how positive traits and experiences integrate to create overall well-being. Actively practice empathy to enhance your joy and drive achievements. Understanding others deeply integrates well-being into your life. Disintegration triad: apathy, sadness, mediocrity. The lack of joy leading to a lack of empathy results in sadness, as apathy breeds unhappiness. The lack of joy, leading to a lack of achievement, results in apathy, as sadness undermines motivation and engagement. The lack of joy leads to the lack of both empathy and achievement, as unhappiness fosters indifference and underperformance. This disintegration relationship shows how the absence of positive traits leads to overall negativity and underperformance. Combat apathy by setting meaningful goals. Reducing apathy can alleviate sadness and improve your overall performance. In the intricate dance of human emotions and actions, compassion emerges as a cornerstone for both happiness and success. Through the exploration of various triads, we have seen how compassion initiates and sustains cycles of positivity, reinforcing traits such as trust, joy, achievement, and altruism. It also helps dismantle negative states, creating a balanced and fulfilling life. The interconnected nature of these elements underscores the profound impact compassion has on our well-being. As we embrace compassion in our daily lives, we pave the way for a more joyful, successful, and harmonious existence, where the presence of one positive trait naturally fosters others, creating a ripple effect of goodness and achievement.